Sarah and Robert love to go on adventures. They like to do things such as camping, fishing, and sightseeing. The two of them plan to get married soon, but Sarah decides she wants to go on a big adventure before the wedding. Sarah thinks to herself, where would I like to go for my big adventure? The first place that pops into her head is Europe. So Sarah packs her bags and heads to the airport. When she arrives, Robert says to her, have fun. Sarah replies, thank you, I'll see you soon. After a very long plane ride, Sarah is finally in Europe. Her first stop is Paris. The first place Sarah goes to visit is Notre Dame de Paris. She is amazed at how big and beautiful the cathedral is. Sarah takes a stroll over to Lover's Bridge. Bonjour, madame, says an elderly man who is selling locks. Bonjour, replies Sarah. Sarah puts a lock on the bridge with her and Robert's name on it. She finds her way to the metro station. Sarah says, excusez-moi, as she pushes her way onto the hot and crowded train. Her next stop is the Eiffel Tower. Once she finds her way to the Eiffel Tower, she takes a seat on the damp grass. She is amazed at how tall the Eiffel Tower really is in person. Sarah's next stop is London. She has always wanted to see a play at the Globe Theatre, so she goes and buys a ticket to see a Shakespeare play. Sarah has to stand during the whole play, so her feet are sore by the end. After the play, she is hungry, so she goes to the Sherlock Holmes pub for dinner. She says, I will have a bacon, sausage, and egg bat, please. She is so full by the time she finishes her meal. Sarah wakes up early the next morning to see the changing of the guards at Buckingham Palace. The palace gates are extremely crowded with tourists. The last place Sarah goes to visit is Stonehenge. She takes a tour bus to see the ancient monument. She is shocked at how old the rocks are and the formation that they make. Sarah had an amazing big adventure, but now it is time for her to go back to the United States. Robert meets Sarah at the airport. He gives her a big hug and kiss and says, I missed you. Sarah replies, I missed you too, Robert. Sarah tells Robert every detail about her big adventure. She smiles to herself. She's happy to know that she is independent enough to travel the world on her own. Now that Sarah is home, Robert and her can get married. And from now on, Sarah and Robert go on big adventures together.